This video covers the difference between formative and summative assessment, a great way to think about how to help your students best learn the material. We're all fairly familiar with summative assessment. Those are the kinds of things that we do to figure out what our students know and assign them a grade. Formative assessment, on the other hand, helps you evaluate how students are learning and gives you a chance to provide corrections before you have to give summative assessment. So what does good formative assessment look like? Well, first of all, it has to be concrete and very specific. For the instructor, this should provide information about what students are getting and not getting, what's confusing to them, what pieces are they missing. For the student, it should tell the student what they've been able to demonstrate and not demonstrate. And I phrase it as demonstrate because sometimes the problem is about delivery or presentation rather than understanding. And good formative assessment will allow you to pull apart these two problems. Good formative assessment is always actionable. It lets you know what you need to revisit, what students haven't gotten, and what you need to provide more instruction on. This may be just the misunderstanding of this particular group, or it may be a persistent issue, which means you want to look at adding in resources that might help them better understand or finding a way to talk about it that helps students understand more readily. It should also be actionable for the student. It should give them a clear path to improve their work. They should know what they need to fix, to rework on, and where to find the material to do it and how to do it. So what does formative assessment look like? If you're doing something in person, it doesn't have to be graded, and that can be virtually in person or in the classroom. In other words, when you're there with the authority of the professor, you can ask students to do a formative assessment piece that doesn't have to be graded. If they're doing it before class or in an online course, you want it to be low stakes graded. You want the risk of not doing well to be low, but you want the stakes to be high enough that it's worth their while to do it. It should always be focused on a specific learning outcome or skill that you want students to have. And how you assess it shouldn't be about right and wrong as much as it is about the process of learning, how to go about doing this. There are lots of things that you can do that provide formative assessments. Quick, low-stakes quizzes, entrance tickets and exit tickets are very good. There's a whole list here, and there are many other examples. You can also use pieces of summative assessments that you require to be turned in as drafts so that you can help them work through their thinking on those bigger pieces. All in all, you want it to be someplace where the students can practice one of the learning outcomes that you have in a way that allows them to learn more through that process, gain feedback, and improve. If you have any questions about formative or summative assessment, please feel free to email us at moodlehelp@berkshirecc.edu.